There is a quiet danger in this world. It does not always shout. It does not always threaten. Sometimes it simply stands by and watches. We often say the world is broken because of evil people, but the deeper truth, the world becomes dangerous when good people decide to do nothing. Imagine a room where injustice walks in boldly. One person sees it, another notices, a third feels uncomfortable, but no one speaks, no one stands, no one moves. And in that silence, evil grows confident, not because it is powerful, but because it is unchallenged. There was once a young man who watched his friend being constantly belittled at work. He didn't join in, he didn't insult him. He told himself, "At least I'm not part of the problem." But he wasn't part of the solution either. One day his friend resigned, defeated, drained, broken, and the young man realized something painful. Neutrality is not innocence. Silence is not always peace. In moments that demand courage, silence becomes permission. You see, courage is not always loud. Sometimes courage is a simple sentence, "That's not right." Sometimes courage is choosing to stand alone when everyone else is sitting comfortably in silence. History has shown us this truth again and again. When injustice rose during the time of Martin Luther King Jr., it wasn't just the loud hatred that caused damage. It was the silence of those who claimed to be neutral. When Nelson Mandela stood against apartheid, it wasn't because he was fearless. It was because he understood that doing nothing would cost generations their dignity. Evil survives on comfort. It thrives on the excuse. "It's not my problem." But here's the truth. If it is happening in your presence, it has become your responsibility. Responsibility does not mean you must fight every battle. It means you must never normalize what is wrong. The world does not change because of opinions. It changes because of action. A small action, a brave decision, a refusal to look away. The teacher who defends the bullied child, the employee who reports corruption, the friend who speaks up against gossip, the citizen who refuses to accept injustice as just the way things are. Change does not begin with crowds. It begins with one conscience that refuses to stay quiet. Ask yourself, where have I been silent because it was easier? Where have I watched instead of acted? Where have I chosen comfort over courage? Because every time good people hesitate, darkness gains confidence. But every time one person stands, even trembling, something shifts. A standard is set. A boundary is drawn. A light is turned on. And light does not need to fight darkness. It simply needs to shine. The world is not waiting for more perfect people. It is waiting for brave ones. So speak, stand, act, not with hatred, not with violence, but with conviction. Because in the end, the greatest tragedy is not the presence of evil. It is the absence of courage. And you were not born to be a silent witness. You were born to make a difference.